Hello and welcome to Insta TV. I'm Anna Kasatkina. Let's take a look at the most important financial events for today. Another change in trading sentiment caused choppy trade since the early session. On the whole, Wall Street investors are braced for another turbulent week as the day of the Fed's monetary policy meeting is approaching. Forex mirrors any macroeconomic report from the US as investors search for clues about whether the US economy is ready for tighter monetary policy. Today, the news on an increase in China's industrial output did not affect demand for the Australian dollar. China's factory output grew the fastest in 5 months in August. The indicator rose 6.3% in August on a yearly basis, better than a forecast of 6.2% growth. Besides, positive changes in China's consumer activity came as a pleasant surprise to markets. Retail sales also beat expectations, expanding by 10.6% in August after a rise of 10.2% in July. Analysts had expected the same pace of growth as in July. Nevertheless, the positive news from China, the main consumer of Australian commodities, did not convince traders to buy the Aussie. The Australian currency gave in to the US dollar, so the pair dropped to 0.7510. Apart from expectations for a rate hike by the US Fed until the end of the year, the markets took into account the speech by Reserve Bank of Australia Assistant Governor. Christopher Kent noted that the Australian dollar is still overvalued. Thus, he suggested that Australia's monetary policy needs further easing. Investors are discouraged with remarks of Lael Brainerd, a voting member of the Federal Open Market Committee. Her speech was viewed as decidedly dovish. By the way, she is expected to be appointed the Treasury Secretary if Hillary Clinton wins the presidential election. The US dollar strengthened on Friday when Boston Federal Reserve President Eric Rosengren said a reasonable case can be made for raising interest rates sooner than later. In contrast, on Monday, Lael Brainerd called for prudence in raising interest rates. She highlighted the negative impact of low inflation on the US economy. From Brainerd's viewpoint, a premature increase of the funds rate poses risks to the economy. And this was Daily Financial News on Insta TV. See you back later. Bye.